Mic is on. Welcome to Remember When, a podcast about the moments that made us. Remember when tennis actually felt like a South African sport? I'm talking about a time way before Netflix's Breakpoint and center court TikToks from Coco Gauff and Carlos Alcaraz, before there was even a possibility of equal prize money, before the big three of Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, before Wimbledon's center court and the French Open's Philippe Chatrier had retractable roofs. Before all of that, we had two South African tennis players, Amanda Coetzer and Wayne Ferreira, who were, let's say, a bit bashful in comparison to the stars I've just mentioned. South Africans didn't just watch tennis. It felt like we were part of it. I still remember when we'd see the sports headlines in the evenings and Wayne Ferreira and Amanda Coetzer being mentioned as winners in their respective matches. They were our own Grand Slam contenders, Olympic flag bearers and constant names on the ATP and WTA leaderboards. Let's start with Amanda Coetzer specifically. She was known as the Little Assassin. That's what the international press dubbed her at some stage. 1.58 meters tall. I don't even know if I can call her tall. But she was one of the shortest players in history to break into the top 10. But make no mistake, she broke through everyone. She turned pro in 1988, and by 1997, she was world number 3. This was in a decade that was dominated by power players like Steffi Graf and Monica Seles, and later, to an extent, Martina Hingis. Amanda Coetzer won with footwork, with patience, and an almost irritating consistency. She chased down every ball like her life depended on it. I remember Steffi Graf being quoted saying about Amanda Coetzer that she played every point as if it was match point. And I think that sums her up perfectly. Amanda Coetzer herself, who doesn't really speak, I don't remember seeing her out anywhere or doing any appearances, but she said that my game doesn't intimidate people, my attitude does. And another time when she was asked about her strategy, she just said, I just make people hit one more shot than they want to. In 1997 alone, she beat Steffi Graf 3 times, and during her career, she reached the semifinals of the Australian Open twice. I actually just watched a match that she played, I think it was a quarterfinal or semifinal against Venus Williams, and she reached a French Open semis as well. And the best part of it is she did it without any hype, without any viral moments, just work. And during her career, she won about $5.6 million in career prize money. And yes, even today in 2024, I just checked the list of all-time career prize money, and she still won more than Emma Raducanu, Renee Stubbs, Jennifer Brady, Pam Shriver. I would say that's impressive. Now on to Wayne Ferreira. If Amanda Coetzer was the silent assassin, Wayne was the thunderous serve with the quiet fire. You can see it in his eyes. Wayne Ferreira turned pro in 1989 and quickly made a mark with a US Open junior title. He went on to win 15 ATP singles titles, he reached 2 Australian Open semifinals, and along the way he beat legends like Sampras and Andre Agassi and even Ivan Lendl in their prime. One of his biggest flexes, Wayne Ferreira played in 56 consecutive Grand Slam tournaments. That's over 14 years of showing up to every single Grand Slam without a miss. And that's a level of durability and discipline that's even rare today. At his peak, he was ranked world number 6, and alongside Amanda Coetzer, he formed the most powerful South African duo on tour. And for a generation of kids, including myself, watching Amanda and Wayne wasn't just about the sport, it was about belonging, about knowing that someone from your, not exactly backyard in Uitenhage or Johannesburg or Pietermaritzburg could go toe-to-toe with some of the world's best. Fast forward a couple of decades and the picture is somewhat mixed. Kevin Anderson gave us a brief second wind reaching the US Open and the Wimbledon finals. But he's since retired. And Raven Klaasen made waves in doubles. But beyond that, as empty as this cup. Tennis South Africa is struggling, to put it simply. According to the association itself, power cuts are delaying tournaments, tennis courts are decaying in townships, municipalities are dropping the ball in terms of upgrading or maintaining our facilities, funding is very limited, sponsors are few and far between, and the glamour of the sport is kind of faded. And the heartbreaking part about that is that there's talent in this country, there's passion, but there's no pathway. Meanwhile, countries with less historic pedigree are investing in junior development, hosting ITF tournaments, and turning 12-year-olds into ATP or WTA contenders. I should say though that Tennis South Africa is trying, with projects like Rising Star Tennis and the Rainbow Kids program. They're also global leaders in wheelchair tennis, which is a bright spot in an otherwise very bleak story. But it's time for more. We've done it before. We had Amanda, we had Wayne, we had golden era moments that people still remember to this day. The question now isn't whether South African tennis or South Africa can compete in world tennis. It's whether we're doing enough or everything that we can to even show up to these tournaments. This has been a Memory Lane Mini, which is what we call it here, from Remember When with Andile Ndlovu. If you remember Amanda Coetzer and her upset wins, or watched Wayne Ferreira ace his way to a 5-setter at the Aussie Open, drop me a voice note. Or if you are Amanda Coetzer yourself and you've come across this, I would love to speak to you and go down memory lane with you. Let's remember those glory days and maybe, just maybe, start imagining the next generation that could take the court again.